to my channel. Today I have a monthly April message for all of the Pisces out in the collective. Please note this is going to be a general reading, so it is not going to resonate with every single Pisces out in the collective. I ask that you take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Eileen Into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse. I am a psychic intuitive, a spiritual coach, and a sound healing practitioner. So without further ado, Pisces, let's go ahead and dive right into your monthly message. So Pisces, we are starting out with chop wood, ceremony, invocation, and law of grace. Be your divine essence and dissolve all in grace. Okay, Pisces, your message so far is starting out with being grounded. It's about truly being present and in the moment and looking at every experience, everything that you do as a ceremony, an intention, right? The intention that you specifically set in your day is ultimately what you are going to be creating. And the chop wood is really about immersing yourself in your day-to-day experiences, even the mundane experiences, because ultimately it is going to create harmony for you. I know that that might sound very odd and that might not sound accurate, but that is the truth. Here's what this ultimately means. When you immerse yourself in your day-to-day routines and the day-to-day tasks, you end up allowing yourself to be more open and receptive to the messages of your guides, your angels, and your intuition. When you actually create ceremonial acts, right? Like when you actually set intentions and you do invocations and there's certain specific ways that you do things, you become so immersed in those tasks, you're actually receiving divine guidance in that time. And it's really in that moment, in those day-to-day tasks, because there is no thinking involved in it. You're just immersed in it. You're present. You're in the moment. And that's what truly connects you to your essence, to your, guides and your angels and God. The law of grace is really about forgiveness. And it's about truly letting go of any grudges, of any self-sabotage, any of those kinds of things that prevent you ultimately from accepting what is. Okay, I really want to point that out because I feel that you have to understand that we are all courted over lifetimes, right? To the things that have harmed us, whether they're in our thoughts, the words, the actions, throughout all lifetimes, right? And all of those experiences create threads, and all of those threads draw us to the same type of people, the same type of conditions, and the same types of situations over and over and over again. Okay. And so this is what I feel you need to understand, what your guides and your angels are really trying to get you to understand. By you immersing yourself in your day-to-day activities, creating certain things that help you be connected and grounded in the present moment is when you're going to receive the guidance and when you will start to embrace the law of grace, of truly letting go of past situations, past circumstances, past actions, all of those kinds of things that have wounded you throughout the years, throughout lifetimes, all of that. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive right into the tarot and see what additional information Spirit has to offer you. I feel it's important that you build a spiritual practice here, Pisces, where you give thanks, right? So whether that be that you start your day with writing down 15 things that you are grateful for, or whether you set aside time where you go on a 15-minute meditative walk with nature. It's really about you setting up ways for you to feel connected and grounded so that you can receive the guidance that you need in order to flow into the law of grace. Now, with the Wheel of Fortune here, it's really about, I normally don't ever say this word with the Wheel of Fortune, but I have to, karma, okay? Because that's really what they're screaming in my ear right now. I want you to understand that every action that we take in our life can either help us heal karma or create more karma, okay? And you have to understand that our life is already set in motion. We have already planned out everything that we are going to do and execute in this life and what we are here to learn. The Wheel of Fortune is constantly moving, and it either moves against us or it moves forward, right? So we choose based off of our actions how we are flowing with the Wheel of Fortune. We either resist it, and that's meaning we're flowing against the way that it's turning, or we move forward with it, right? And moving forward with it is really about being grounded. It's about being present and really aligning ourselves to, the guidance and the wisdom that comes from our guides and our angels and our higher self. The Chariot is about movement. It's about moving forward, not turning the chariot backwards and going back in the past. It's really about moving forward. It's about connecting to our greatest will, and that is connected to our inner heart, okay? I feel that with Temperance, it's really about moderation, right? And it's about understanding that there is a flow. There's a flow to how life goes, especially for you. And it's about you finding the balance between that flow, okay? Because I feel like you're going through this process, and life happens this way, right? There are cycles, various cycles that we go through in life that we have to, we go through them whether we want to, right? Spring, autumn, summer, fall, like we all of the cycles of the world we go through, whether we want to go through them or not, right? And we have to find the balance. We have to be in, the things that we do have to be done in moderation. Now, with the Ten of Pentacles here, I want to point out that I feel that you ultimately want to have this, you want to feel like you're set for life, like you're supported, that you have all of the family and the resources that you need in order to survive. But if there are certain relationships in your life that make you feel unloved, unnurtured, that kind of thing, this is where the law of grace sort of comes in. I feel like you need to understand here, Pisces, that you are very fortunate. You are being gifted many opportunities in life, but you're not seeing it that way. I feel like you're still stuck in this, this level of, why did this happen to me? Poor, pitiful me. This sense of martyrism and victimhood that I feel needs to be let go of. You've been blessed with many opportunities and many, resources that have been presented to you, and you've sort of nurtured them to an extent, but you haven't celebrated them. It's hard to really express that, all the hard times you have to embrace and you have to celebrate, because they've helped mold you and help you become who you are today, right? And we change as we go through life, and as we experience experiences, we change, and we're meant to change. We're not meant to stay the same. We're meant to grow in many different ways. And I feel that this is what you're really, truly needing to understand here. With the Ace of Wands, it's about being inspired. Maybe you have a desire to explore the world and to travel and to do different things and experience things that you've never experienced in the past. And if that is the case, then you're meant to explore that and you're meant to do that. But understand that there is a timing. There is a specific timing for when that happens. Again, you've got the Wheel of Fortune here, which really tells me that I feel like you've been fighting against what is currently happening in your life or what you've experienced in your life. And you're not meant to resist that. You're meant to allow the change to happen that is meant to happen in your life, and see the blessing behind it. Okay. I know that can be very difficult for you to understand, but again, it's about understanding the reason behind it. With the Lover's card, I look at this as, you truly seeing the deep soulfulness and the deep reasoning behind why certain things happened in your life the way that they did. What did that experience teach you? What did you learn from that specific experience? What kind of guidance did you receive from your guides and your angels during that experience? Did you resist that experience? Are you fighting that experience? Or are you allowing it to be what it is so that you can truly see beyond what is currently happening, right? The High Priestess really speaks about seeing beyond. It's about seeing the things from the spiritual aspect. It's about aligning with that spiritual aspect. And I feel that this whole month is really about you learning to embrace what is transpiring in your life and truly finding balance in it and allowing yourself to see the blessing in it. The Nine of Emotions is the Nine of Cups, which is about getting a wish fulfilled. It's a wish fulfillment. But I want you to understand that I feel that ultimately, Pisces, what your team is really wanting you to know is that when you can truly immerse yourself in your day-to-day experience, no matter how uncomfortable it might be, when you can do that, I feel that is when you're going to start feeling or start understanding that connection, getting that guidance from your team, from God, on how, even though you're in a period that might be very stressful or might be very hectic or might not be the way that you would imagined it, but understand that it is happening now for a reason and you're meant to find joy in it, because as time goes on, everything else will dissolve, right? It's really about you allowing change to be what it is. Because I feel like you're resisting whatever is transpiring in your life right now, and you're not seeing the blessing behind it. It's hard, I know. It's very hard when change is sudden and it happens without us even expecting it, right? But we have to learn to expect the unexpected. And we can't change it. We just have to allow it to be what it is and sort of find balance in that and see it from a spiritual side and really ask ourselves, what is this trying to teach me? What am I meant to learn in this experience? So Pisces, this is your message. I want to thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Bye, guys.